now welcome to a preview review segment on the Formal Daily Flash. I am Matt Doolittle, while I speak geek and give you a little sneak peek, but this time I have something very special. Now, the life of a stuntman can be crazy, especially having a wife, a baby, a bunch of cats. Chris Naylor has been in the business for well over a decade now. He's been a stunt guy for Will Ferrell in Barbie or Cordially Invited, just to name a few. Welcome, Chris.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Doing lovely there, sir. So, I've known you for a while. I slept on your couch for a bit in the California there, and we've been through a bit here. So, but how did you get into the business of being a stuntman?
You know, it happened right there in your backyard of Orlando, Florida. I was about 21 years old. I moved to Orlando, and I was going to UCF and Go Knights. And one day, I was walking through the Union, and I saw that Universal Studios was hiring for Halloween Horror Nights. I applied to it. They gave me a chainsaw and said, "Here you go, have fun." And after that, I wanted to know more about entertainment, and I got more involved with their stunt shows, and I became the Terminator at the T2 3D Battle Across Time. For the young kids, they might not know what that is, but it was a really great proper sequel to T2. And I worked that all my college life and did a little stint at the Pirates Dinner Adventure off of I-Drive. And after I graduated college, I moved to LA, and the rest is history.
So what's kind of the biggest struggle that you've seen in the business? I mean, the business has changed a lot over the past, 5-10 years. And since you've been in it, what's kind of been the biggest struggle for it?
Right now, we're dealing with streaming services and AI. Those are big issues that a lot of stunt performers and actors are facing. The streaming platform is just a little bit different when it comes to paying out residuals, and as people don't know, that residuals are the royalties we get paid after we premiere on a show. And when we're not working full time, which a lot of us don't, we kind of rely on those residuals to help us get by. And that's kind of what we've been dealing with for the past, 5-6 years, maybe even longer. But the strike that just happened, last year, 2 years ago, kind of helped a little bit. And we're just hoping that we get, better deals in the future.
So, and also during the time during COVID and all that happened, you went from LA and moved to Georgia. What have you kind of seen the shift there happen? Because you've picked up a lot of work. You're Cordially Invited, which you're Will Ferrell's stunt double at this point. You're basically Will Ferrell's son for a lot of his movies. So what have you kind of seen the shift do with that?
Well, Georgia kind of became this Hollywood East, 10 to 15 years ago, once The Walking Dead blew up. And then all of a sudden, Pinewood Studios was built. They renamed it Trilith, and Marvel brought all their shows there. And even DC had a run for a while. And it kind of became this Hollywood East. And after COVID, I just kind of realized, maybe a better quality of life is what my wife and family needed. So we packed up the cats and Georgia, and my wife is working at Tyler Perry Studios as a production accountant, and I'm still the stay-at-home dad / stuntman whenever I get a call.
And so a big thing that came up, and I didn't even know, you'd kind of mentioned that you were in it, but the new Naked Gun. Tell me about that, because you're a prominent part in the trailer.
Just in the trailer, I get taken out by Liam Neeson, who plays Frank Drebin Jr. And it was such a fun experience working with Liam Neeson, and it was just a blast. We did this whole big bank robbing scene, kind of like a parody spoof to The Dark Knight, and you think it's this going to be this badass action sequence, and then Liam Neeson comes in dressed as a little schoolgirl and
throws a lollipop in your mouth.
It throws a lollipop right in my mouth. I get it right in the kisser. So that was a lot of fun to do. And the next thing I have coming out probably this year, and then
you can't say what you can't see, right?
Exactly. But I am working on Will Ferrell's next movie that's filming in Georgia right now. That's
awesome. And one last thing, and every stunt guy I think gets this question: what's the biggest injury you've had?
Actually, it started in Orlando. I dislocated a knee in the theme parks, and then that injury kind of carried, its way out to LA with me. And as a stunt guy, you just kind of have to, bite your lip and go with it. And I ended up getting a couple surgeries since that injury. And yeah, sometimes it just happens. That's the nature of the game. We get hurt. we lie about it and we keep going until it's really bad.
So
but
you just talk your way into the next gig. You're like, no, I'm fine. Just
I'm cool.
just
I'm cool.
throw
I'm
up some
good,
dirt on it.
you know? Exactly. Yeah, a little shot of cortisone, and that's it. But no, but we do take care of ourselves. We try to. We rehearse things, over and over again to make sure we get it right, so there are no injuries. But sometimes those injuries just happen on little things, and the big ones eventually end up being really great stunts.
It's awesome, Chris. Well, if somebody wants to get you for their stunt work, where can they go?
I mean, they could email me at naylorstunts@gmail.com. My stunt reel is on YouTube. My Instagram is Naylor's Cool Cats. It's mostly me and my cats and my baby, but I do put some stunt work on there whenever a big gig comes out that I want to promote.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris. We'll make sure we have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com. More Flash right after this.